Hi guys, welcome back to the news. Now wow, my country people. The Nigerian military, the Nigerian soldiers are really suffering. Oh. It's not easy for them. It has not been easy for them. How can they defend the nation with empty stomachs when their salaries is not even enough to buy 5 kg bag of rice? Their salaries cannot even buy 5 kg bag of rice. Now, a lot of our aggrieved soldiers of the Nigerian army has urged the president to please address the issue of poor treatment of military personnel sacrificing their lives daily for the country. And according to an unnamed soldier in an open letter written on behalf of his colleagues to the president, the reason why some soldiers are involved in criminal activities is because of poor welfare and poor salaries. And at this point, they've expressed their concerns regarding the poor welfare and the salaries of armed forces soldiers. The soldiers also urged President Tinubu to take his anti-corruption war to the armed forces, lamenting the non-payment of government 35,000 monthly palliative to the workers. And at this point, the soldiers of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have written an open letter to express their deep concerns and disappointment regarding the ill treatment experienced by soldiers, particularly those serving in the Nigerian army. And yes, Tinubu is the commander-in-chief of armed force, so it is expected that he should be aware of the challenges that these Nigerian soldiers are facing on a daily basis. And they are not happy with this. They are not happy with this development, and they have reached out to the president, starting with poor welfare, poor salaries. It cannot be compared to the kind of work they do. These soldiers put their lives on risks on a daily basis. Now, how can a soldier be paid 50,000 naira monthly as salaries? And we all know that 50,000 naira is not even enough to purchase a single bag of rice in the market. It is insufficient. So, as dedicated Nigerian soldiers who have sacrificed their lives for peace and security for our great nation, it is important that their needs to be met, because at this point some of them find it very difficult to provide for their families, to provide for their children, and to meet ordinary basic needs. Some of them are even struggling to afford and send their children to school. Some of them are struggling to pay fees due to these poor salaries. And as dedicated Nigerian soldiers who have sacrificed their lives for peace and security for our great nation, their needs need to be met. It is alarming that soldiers serving Nigeria must use a significant portion of their salaries to purchase uniform and other necessary equipment required to carry out their duties. It is unfortunate that the soldiers' uniform cost more than their 1 month salary, leaving very little for the families on upkeep. And you question how soldiers are expected to cope with the financial burden they face while serving their country. And if Nigeria is unable to cater for the well-being of its soldiers, at this point it seems that there should be no more recruitment of younger soldiers into the system, because the ones that are there are not even comfortable with this. So my country people, according to this letter, the military now requires a comprehensive reforms, as there are several areas that really need urgent attention to prevent further complications. At this point, they are tired that their hard work are not even recognized. Their hard work, their dedications are not recognized. They are not well compensated, nor are they provided with adequate time to visit and care for their families. It is disheartening to see all these things happening. At this point, they've implored the president to please take the grievances of the Nigerian soldiers seriously, because it's a thing of the past where soldiers are being subjected to slavery. It is no longer in existence. So if the military is designed solely for the betterment of officers and neglect the welfares of other rank, then at this point they have no other option than to go out and do things just to fend for themselves, because they all have responsibilities, they have aspirations, they have families. And it would be very terrible that even the fact that the federal government have promised to pay the sum of 35,000 naira, of 30,000 naira monthly, at this point they've not seen any money. The federal government that promised to pay, 30,000 naira to each family for 6 months, as a palliative for the hardship, till date they've not received single payment. Now they've requested that this should be investigated. It is quite unfortunate that the Nigerian soldiers who are committed to securing peace in this nation are being left unfed due to poor salaries, due to the state of the things, and they are not properly treated, and it is really really bad. The fact that they are ignoring the Nigerian military, the Nigerian soldiers. So the soldiers now have drawn attention to the president over unfulfilled promises of financial palliatives, which include normal government workers and even soldiers. So they are seeking the president's assistance in investigating this matter. These soldiers, they've said they have a lot of responsibilities. Oh, they have families to fend for. They have children to fend for, to send to school. Yet there is no money on ground, and the state of the economy is really bad. Things are so difficult for a lot of people, so this also affects them. They've appealed to the president to please please, put immediate action to rectify these issues, not only to address these issues within the military, but also to ensure the continued effectiveness of the armed forces in securing peace and security of the nation. Because if they are not fed, then how will they defend the nation? Are they going to defend the nation with empty stomachs? No, my country people. So guys, this is really really sad that the Nigerian military are not well fed. They've been complaining of this for a long time, yet there's been no response from the government in regards to this issue. We can recall that during the campaign of President Tinubu had said, well, he would feed the Nigerian soldiers with cassava, gari, ewa, and apple. You know, he will recruit 1,000 Nigerian youths into the army and feed them with cassava. I hope this is not what they are crying out for, because it is terrible. 50,000 naira as salaries for the Nigerian military. We all know 50,000 naira cannot even purchase a bag of rice, which is actually correct. So my country people, this is it. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.